it's Rob. Welcome to Access Garage. We're out here with Ginger. I'm on the ground, and I'm futzing because Ginger has blown out factory fog lights. Like most of these trucks, GMT-800s, Suburban, Tahoe, Yukon, Silverado trucks, Sierra trucks, the ones that have the factory fog lights, they usually look like this, especially if you live in a place where it snows, because a lot of times you'll hit a mound of snow, and the mound of snow will break out the plastic glass that's in here, and they'll get all jacked up. So this one had one that was actually in there, blown out like this, and one completely missing. The odd thing was, the one that was completely missing had the bolts going in it. So the bolts were in there, but there was no thing. So either the plastic completely broke off, or it was taken out and they put the bolts back in, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm betting that they just ripped it out completely. So went online, ordered a set. I'll link them in the description below. They're relatively inexpensive. They're not the greatest lights in the world to begin with. They have a weird bulb, but they come with bulbs, the new ones. It's some kind of strange bulb. Let me see what it says. It's a 27 watt 880. I don't know if you can get them in an LED or a better bulb. We'll have to explore that at a different time. But for now, we want to get these things in. So there is a right and a left. There is a difference between Chevy and GMC. So you got to make sure you get the right ones, and they are adjustable up and down. So what I do with these is I grease the shaft and the spring. That's the adjustment here, because they're spring loaded. And then you got this thumb screw, and I wind it all the way in, get some grease on it, wind it out, wind it in and out, so I know everything's all greased up, because these do tend to rust up. Everything up here rusts up. But if you live in a place where it doesn't rust, don't worry about it. I also took the bolts that were in there originally, and they're little 10mm bolts, and I cleaned them up and greased them with some white lithium grease, as well as a synthetic super coat that I use on everything. If you've been watching the channel, you know, and I'll link it down below. So in and out, pretty easy. A 10mm wrench, combination wrench, ratcheting wrench, even a little stubby with a 10mm on it'll work. I did fit with no problem the Milwaukee with a I used a swivel, but I don't know if I necessarily needed the swivel. So we're going to try to get this one back in. I'm going to see if I can get the camera up there to show you exactly what we're doing. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but I'll move the camera and we'll see. So right up here you see you have your two little, I don't know whether you're not cage nut, but clip nuts, and that's where this will sit. So that the light will sit right above it like that, and the bolts will come in from the top and go right down through, and the light will come through this opening in the lower bumper plastic, whatever you might call it. So you slide the thing up there and get the nuts in. I'm going to spray a little lube on these old rusted clip nuts. They're not too bad as far as rust goes, but I'll spray a little lube in there just to make it a little bit easier to assemble. So once you get the light in, that's what it looks like. The plastic piece goes on the lip of the bumper, the bolt goes down right through it, and then the light pokes through that way, and then you just plug your light in to your factory plug, which is hanging right over there. Sometimes I find it just easier looking up at the sky and doing it by feel. There's a plane way up there. We don't get a lot of those around here. We live close to a major airport. You don't see a lot of little, well, not little, they're probably a big plane, but it was way, way, way up there. Oh, is it a little plane? Maybe I just don't look up enough. Now you could just take that little adjuster and you could go up or down with it. The lights do have that plastic film on them. Look a lot clearer. Well, you adjust that adjustment up and down little by little and even them out, make them look nice. Like I said, they're really not that bright. They're more just for the aesthetics of that giant gaping hole in the bumper. But you can turn them up and down. I find that trying to get them straight out usually yields the best light. And then there is the plastic film you saw me take off. When you take the plastic film off, they look a lot better, and of course the phone is ringing, always. Yes, dear. I don't know where I was. Anyway, plastic film on them, take the plastic film off. When you adjust them up and down, try to get them to go straight out. That gives you the best light, and it kind of centers them in the opening, and it looks the best aesthetically. I'll link everything I use in the description. It's a real easy, fast one. So many of these cars, the lights are blown out and nobody ever changes them. They're cheap, and if you keep your wife out of the snow mounds, you probably might not break them for a while. It's usually the snow mounds that break them. So that's it today from Axel's Garage. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.